Get a sip of tea. Got some iced tea here. Hello everyone, this is Epo Dempsey Roll, also known as Rey O, and it's time to come back to a different kind of dragon. Dragon's Dogma, Darkarisen, aka... There is no aka. That was a Yakuza 7 thing. Let's get into it. It's been quite a while since I've played this game. I think the last time I... Oh, by the way, it's episode 36 of Dragon's Dogma. And yes, it has been quite some time since I last played. Basically, maybe more than a month or so. This is the game that I started streaming with. You know, I would still say that I'm fairly new to this whole streaming thing, and there's a lot that I need to improve on and get better, but Dragon's Dogma was the first game that I streamed on Twitch with, and that's because I felt like it was kind of like an underappreciated game, and it could use just, like, you know, a little more love, I think. And I've made a number of videos, and I've streamed obviously a large amount of videos of Dragon's Dogma, just trying to spread the word and have fun with it, and sort of remember all the things I liked about this game. And we're actually kind of close to defeating Damon, the first time at least. I do believe you have to go and defeat him twice to fully beat this DLC, so we're actually kind of close to doing that. Let's take a quick look here. Okay, nothing. So I figured, how about we just we attempt to take on Damon. Is that his name? Whatever his name is. Let's see, how are we on equipment? How's my stuff? I guess we should get some better equipment, right? Like, take all the important gear that we need to take him on. So how about we do that? I'm not even sure if I remember the buttons in this game at this moment, but we'll kind of remember as we go along. Okay, so we're gonna withdraw some stuff. What's good? We need some of this, we need these blast arrows. I've got 10 on me. We need a large amount of them in order to more easily take on the boss here. I'm just wondering, how many do I need to take? I'm not really sure, but we'll, you know, we wanna be careful and take a decent amount, I guess. Hopefully that's enough. I guess we need these. Oh, we've got enough of those. Okay, what else? Look at this, it's a mask. Wrath mask, a fearsome mask modeled after a cruel deity, infused with the power to shake the very earth. I wonder if that's relating to, like, the rumors. Perhaps an elemental, a cruel deity infused with the power to shake the earth. Maybe some kind of earth god. In those sequel rumors, if you recall. Okay, let's just take all 6 of these babies. I'm not really sure if I need these. Just take a few of these. We'll take a few of these. Just wondering what else should I bring. Let's see. No, I don't think we need these. Okay, now we need some healing items. Let's give some to each party member so we can spread out the weight. There's something that heals everyone. And I don't know what it is, but we'll take a bunch of these. That's why I spent many sessions just gathering healing items. That's kind of why I did that. Okay, affects a group. Well, let's take that. Let's take a bunch of those. We'll definitely need it. Probably need some back fat oil. Okay, these things cure a bunch of different status afflictions, so let's get those. We'll probably need a decent amount of those. Let's just get the party member to carry some. I don't know. Maybe that's good enough. Let's see, double check once again. The tools. Blast arrow. Okay, I should take a bunch on my own person as well, right? I wonder if that's going to be a big problem. That I'm heavy, but I don't intend to carry much, to grab much items. Let's see. Let's just take another look. Well, maybe I can dump some stuff as well. Because if you do defeat the boss, you can't... there's a room with a bunch of items that you'll need to grab some stuff. So let's just drop off some unimportant things. Okay. Just dump these. I don't think we need that. What else? Okay. I'm pretty much traveling as light as possible. I mean, I have all these blast arrows. When you use them, like when I'm going to use them, they're gonna disappear quite fast. So, which one is it? This one? Yeah, when I use them, like, you shoot off like 5 at a time, so they're really gonna disappear quite fast. Well, anyways, I guess we'll just give it a shot and see how it goes. I really don't know. It's been such a long time since I went and did this DLC. Let's do a save. And yep, we finished Yakuza Like a Dragon the other day. A fantastic game, and perhaps I'll kind of do a review on it or something at some point in time. Where am I even? How about we go back to the surface and then we can kind of like make our way down to the boss from there. Yeah, maybe I'll gather my thoughts and make like a, I don't know if you want to call it a review, but some kind of like, you know, final thoughts on that game. Now, I think this is the closest exit. And it's, you know, once you play like such a great game, at least for me, I have a hard time thinking of what to play next. You know, because you've just had such a great time with one game, you've been so absorbed into the world, and then it's done. So it's like, damn, what am I gonna do next? What am I gonna play next? And I was starting to feel that, even like it's just been like a day or so since I beat Like a Dragon, and I could feel it. I was like, oh boy, what am I gonna play next? I have no clue. And I think when things like that happen, it's best to just kind of go a totally different route and just play something else, rather than look for a game that can kind of replace it. Because that was sort of my initial thought too, was like, okay, I'll think of something else to play, something similar. Where are we going? We gotta make it to the exit here. Oh, the Minotaur. Please, let's leave. Trying to fight the Minotaur. I don't want to. We're kind of making a beeline to the boss. So, you know, I thought, how about I just play something that I liked a lot, obviously Dragon's Dogma. You could call it one of my regular rotation games, I guess. Let's just fire this up. Let's see what we can do, where we can go. And while I think about the next, you know, big chunky game that I'm going to get into, I really don't know. Okay, let's just run. I'm definitely running a whole lot slower, as you can tell. Let's jump, bypass all these guys. We don't need to fight. Ooh, I'm tired. I took a back fat oil. How about we just stop at this door, the outside of it, and recover my stamina. I maybe should have brought some more stamina replenishing items, but we'll see how this goes. Let's just wait a moment here to replenish the stamina. Yeah, I think your stamina replenishes a whole lot slower if you don't lighten up your load. I think this is a stop off. Let's take one of those resting places. I think it is. Okay, it is. And I'm pretty sure this wasn't the one I was just at. No, definitely not. There's two. Let's talk to this guy. Look at him. He's always where you need him to be. Unless he has like multiple brothers or something. Let's see if we can't kind of lighten up our load or make some final adjustments. I definitely should consider more stamina recuperating items. They're all so slow now. Shit. I mean, that's not ideal to be so heavy, but I definitely think it's worth kind of being prepared. I really don't know how tough this final battle is going to be. I can't recall. Actually, I do remember the first time I tried it and getting smacked hard. So I'm kind of hoping that I'll be prepared, but I don't know. There's a Minotaur here. He's kind of in the way. Maybe we should kill him. There's some tough guys right beyond this Minotaur. Actually, much harder than the Minotaur itself. I'm not looking forward to fighting it. Hey, Goro, how's it going? By the way, I don't know if you saw it or not. Yeah, I finished Like a Dragon the other day. Fantastic game. That's why I'm playing this now. Just to mix it up. Now that I've finished the game, I'm just trying to... Oh, okay, we took on that guy. I don't think we need that mask.
I wish I had caught you fighting Kiryu.
Oh yeah, well the Kiryu fight wasn't too bad compared to fighting Majima and Taiga. As you said, that was definitely the hardest part in the game, fighting Majima and Taiga. Everything else wasn't so bad, and I did prepare. I feel like I kind of maybe even over prepared for the rest of the game, the final stretch. The final like boss encounters are about level 60, and I think I was level 70. My own character, Ichiban, was level 70. Let's just put the marker there. Kind of have to go around and then take a left. See if I remember how to do this. Yeah, it wasn't too tough, I have to say. The final stretch, but it was fun.
Yeah, the Majima fight is the spike that then prepares you for the rest, which makes it seem way easier.
It was like a wake-up call. Like, okay, it's like, okay, you may have thought that most of the game was fairly easy, but boom, big difficulty spike. And
I love that they become summons.
I got their summons after that, and then what happened after that? Oh yeah, Kiryu is a summon, and you know what? Like I was just kind of grinding and getting better weapons and stuff before I fight the last boss, and there was this area on the top right corner of the map, like across the street from Hamakita Park, on the top right corner of the map. It's this building that I never went to. And you go into the building, and that's where you cash in the Tojo Clan crests. I had no idea. This whole entire time I was playing the game, I had no idea there was a place like that. I'm just stopping right now to replenish my stamina here, because I'm gonna make a run for it. Yeah, it's a hotel of some kind. I was like, what the hell? Oh shit! I can cash my shit in here.
I remember.
Yeah, I totally didn't find out until very late in the game. But it's all good. Okay, there's a dragon. We're just gonna run by this dragon. No, thank you. And yeah, at that place you can get 2 more summons, actually. I forgot their names, but they're characters from the previous Yakuza games. So that was cool, and I think I pretty much found all the summons. It seemed like there was a slot for 1 more, but as far as I can tell, I think that's all the summons. There's also like Chocho Lang or something like that. It's like this like Chinese guy that looks he looks like Keanu Reeves, except Chinese. And apparently he's a character from the past Yakuza games, but again, it's been so long that I totally don't even remember. Even including like Yakuza 1, apparently. So this is like the final stretch before you fight the last boss, I think. This final area, and I've come down to this area multiple times, but I never get farther than this point because I'm like, okay, I'll save this for another time. And today is that final time, so let's go for it. But actually, let me just finish quickly my thoughts about Yakuza 7. At some point, I might record a more fleshed out, like, kind of final thoughts about the game. But man, that ending really threw me for a loop. And spoiler warning for anyone watching now or in the future, some Yakuza 7, Yakuza Like a Dragon spoilers. But it's not necessarily that Ryo Aoki was killed right at the very end that made me sad, because he's kind of an irredeemable asshole, and I kind of like that. He. It's weird to say like that. I like that he died, but I like the fact that he wasn't fully forgiven and redeemed in that sense. Like, he did die. Kume killed him, that little sniveling piece of shit. You know, when you think back to, like, say, Star Wars with Ben Solo or whatever his name is, Kylo Ren, how they redeemed him, I thought that was bullshit, right? It's not necessarily that the fact that he died that made me sad, but it was more, I felt really sad for Ichiban because he had been through so much the entire game, right? And he's basically pleading to Aoki there, or the young master, like don't make me watch my brother die, because he's seen so much already, and he's just pleading. It's almost like a selfish request in some respects, like don't do this because I don't want to see my brother die, right?
Yeah, it's so emotional.
Yeah, it's amazingly emotional, and the acting was really great, from the voice acting to the animation and the way they like the way they had the tears coming down in the eyes. Like, it was just, it's the kind of thing where they probably wouldn't have been able to get away with that, you know, in the PS3 generation or the PS2 generation. The technology just wasn't there. The way voice acting and all of that, like, has gotten a whole lot better over the years. So it was great. I really enjoyed that. But yeah, I just felt bad for Ichiban, really, in that moment. But the whole theme of the game, this idea of, like, you know, just keep going when you've hit rock bottom. You know, the only place to go is up. And it's a message that I think is a really great one for adults. And that's the other thing about the game that and I know you've spoken about this as well, Goro, this idea of having an RPG set in the real world, you know, with adults and having, like, adult problems. Well, now it's not like every adult has problems with the Yakuza and all this crazy stuff that happens in the Yakuza games, but in some respects, it's just a whole lot more relatable. Well, for old geezers like us, I suppose, than, like, you know, like teenagers in Persona games, right? That really hit me in Persona 5. Like, you know, I had been waiting for Persona
absolutely.
5. Right, I had been waiting for Persona 5 for so long, right? To the point where I started to kind of age out of like the demographic in some respects. Like, you know, I think I played Persona 4 when I was in, like, my early to mid 20s or something, and by the time Persona 5 came out, I was already in my fucking 30s, right? So I was more like the boomers that the kids were fighting against than the kids themselves, right? And it really kind of made me think about like the kind of decisions that I was making in the game. I felt like I was making the decisions in Persona as, like, a mentor to these teenagers, rather than, like, being like a horn dog trying to like get laid or like act like a teenager would or think like a teenager. I was trying to, like, you know, make these kids have good decisions, like, and here in Yakuza Like a Dragon, you know, I was seeing characters that were more kind of aligned with with our age demographic, so to speak. And again, it's not like we have the same problems as guys like Ichiban. I definitely haven't been to the rock bottom point as he has, like, you know, having to go to the slammer for somebody else and spend 18 years in jail.
But it also makes the hangout dialogue parts excruciating. I couldn't even get through the opening of the Musuo game.
Oh, the new game, really? I haven't played that. I was actually thinking about trying that Muso game. Yeah, so...
I mean P5.
P5, right. It's, yeah, like, let me just pause it for a second. Or we'll just stand here for a bit. Yeah, I haven't hit the rock bottom point as far as Ichiban has, right? Certainly many people haven't, but it's a message that I think a lot of older adults can think about and reflect on, this idea of hitting rock bottom and where can you go? There's nowhere else to go but up, and you know, maybe you thought like your life was going to go differently or something like that, but you continue, you go on in some way. And Ichiban embodies that, but also Aoki, the young master, does too. In fact, one of the last things that he says is, you know, like I'm gonna keep going. It's something that Ichiban would say too. It's just that Aoki says it in like kind of a twisted fashion, but he comes around before his ultimate demise that he was going to start from rock bottom. He was going to go to prison and do whatever it takes to...
It's very relatable to not feel like you're not where you should be, and having a protagonist who is rock bottom not only puts your own stuff
in perspective, but keeps you related. Yeah, it's... yeah, you can just relate to that in some fashion, and I just think that's a great message. And it's, you know, it's interesting because a lot of RPGs, especially because JRPGs, because they revolve around the youth and this, like, you know, unlimited capacity to be and become anything, right? It's something that JRPGs focus on so much. But Yakuza 7 is actually about, like, what if your unlimited capacity to be and do anything? What if that time is over now, and now you've kind of settled into your ways? What is to come of your life then, you know? He's like 41, 42 at the you know, once the game starts going.
Totally, well said.
Yeah, it's a great game, and it's something that I'll be thinking about quite a lot in the future. Okay.
It is a fate I embrace. What use have I for a heart left hollow? In a world without sweet Grete, my mentor, my mother, my beloved. I live only to see the dragon that claimed her slain. I will see its scaly hide stripped from bone by my hands.
I'm just thinking about what a tonal shift from playing like Yakuza Like a Dragon to this.
Arisen, bearer of the dragon's mark, undying corpse, enjoined to make your will manifest. If my voice reaches you, heed me well. The Arisen, the Seneschal, the whole cursed world, all is but an illusion. A meaningless refrain.
Ooh, they disappeared.
A hollow echo. What sense is there in giving one's life for these falsehoods?
Golden Talisman. What's this green thing? Moonbeam Gem. So yeah, this is like the area right before you beat the game, the DLC.
The last ball rent to dust.
Although that being said, I believe you have to go through the entirety of
PS3.
This game was originally a PS3 game. I'm playing on PS4. It's like the, you know, like the, I don't know what they call it, like the enhanced version PS4.
Seems they're all abandoned.
It's not a remake. It's I wouldn't call it a remaster, but it's just been like you know, they've improved like the performance a little bit, but it is at heart a PS3 game. But this is the PS4 version. It definitely looks like fairly primitive compared to like a proper PS4 game. But I actually really like the lighting in this game. The way like I can take off this lantern, see, and you can see how dark it is now. And the only thing lighting is that torch. But if I turn on the lantern, and like my character even casts shadows, and the PS3 game had all of that too, which is pretty impressive in my opinion for a PS3 game. So I do like the graphics in this game. Obviously, you know, not the best, but pretty good for the time. And there's been rumors of a sequel. I made a YouTube video about it, actually. It's my most successful YouTube video talking about rumors for this game. I don't know, I think it has like 2.7k views. It's not like crazy amount of views, but you know, considering that I've, you know, really just only started to take this whole YouTube thing and making videos and streaming and all that, and taking it seriously.
Dude, become the dragonsdogma guy.
Yeah, I think that would be fun, but you know, there's actually only so much. I really did I did want to be that, like in some respects, but you know, there's definitely been other people that have tried to like cover Dragon's Dogma in the way that like there's very notable Dark Souls content makers and stuff like that. It's hard though. It's not the same because you know, Dragon's Dogma really is just one game, and it just doesn't have the same amount of complexity as like a Dark Souls.
Just cover more hot gaming news on games you're into.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I've been kind of just like, when there's news for like when, what was it, when the news about Nagoshi leaving Sega came out, I made a video about that. And yeah, it's like, you know, whenever interesting news for games that I care about, as you said, when that comes out, I'll try and make a video about it, covering it.
I will beg for it, though my body fail along the way.
Ugh. I have some coffee here. I made it really light, but I'm using soy milk instead, and I don't like it too much. I've never been too big of a fan of soy milk. Okay, how about we save here? I'm thinking if we can beat this boss, we'll take a look at what happens after, and then maybe I'll play something else. But we'll see. Who are these guys?
I'm drinking coffee too, black cold brew, and smoking a J.
Oh, nice. You know what? I used to make a black coffee like almost always, but I try and mix it up nowadays. And I make my coffee really light. Even if it's black, I just put in like a small like smidge of of actual coffee grounds or whatever. Did I save? I did save. Alright. Well, let's give this a try, and for anyone who's a Berserk fan, oh, you're a Berserk fan, you might recognize the appearance of this boss. He definitely looks somewhat similar to Nosferatu Zod in some respects. Zod or some other just vaguely Berserk-like designs, really. It's something that we've spoken about before as well, just how influenced this game is by Berserk. But yeah, this is the final encounter, somewhat, actually. Again, it's not really.
The English version of the Berserk game on PS4 is super rare now.
Oh, really? Wow, cool. That's on sale.
It has been my struggle to get a copy.
Oh, I thought you had it though. It's on sale on PSN. Maybe I'll get it on PSN. Isn't that a Muso game? I can't remember.
I have the JP version in which I cannot understand the mission objective and fail.
Oh no.
But great.
Yeah, I was thinking about getting the Persona Muso game. So you were saying you played that, but you didn't like it all too much? Oh boy. So okay, this is the plan. As I pause the game, this is the plan. We're gonna load up on all of these stamina type things.
So much dialogue I could barely discover if the game was good.
Oh, these pariahs stack up to 3 times, I believe. So right now I'm just kind of loading up on buffs. I'm just getting buff right now. Okay, and then we put this on. Those are blast arrows, which are gonna do a good chunk of damage to this guy, I think. We'll see. And I guess we'll take a liquid vim. We'll take 1. And let's just see how we fare here. Yeah, take a look at his health bar. It's dropping. Ooh, he hit me. Oh, he's jumping.
It is totally Zod.
Yeah, totally. Oh, he's hitting me. I'm not too afraid of dying just now, but we want to be careful and dodge his attacks. I don't know if I have any more blast arrows. Let's take a quick look. Okay, I ran out of blast arrows. Oh, he's going for his final. Oh shit, I don't know what that is. It's bad. It looks bad. Okay. As I said, it's been quite a while since I've played this game, so I kind of forget the kind of attacks that he's able to unleash. So let's give me those. Give me those blast arrows. I made my party carry the blast arrows. Just give me all of them, please. Okay, I don't want to become over encumbered though. And I gotta equip them. Let's see, right here. Use. Okay, he's turtling. Okay. Okay. Okay, it's time to party on him. This is a good opportunity to do some damage. Yeah, you can see his health bar kind of drop pretty quickly. I think the the arrows have ran out again. That's why I gave all my party a bunch of extra arrows. Oh shit. This fight is pretty hard if you don't use this cheesy strat that I'm doing right now. But, you know, I always enjoy some cheese. Okay, I ran out of stamina, and he's about to smack me really hard. Shit. Okay, let's just use that. Let's just use some stuff. Okay, he's gonna jump at me. Oh crap. Uh-oh. How's my health? Oh, he dropped me. He's only got 1 more bar left. Unfortunately, I can't really take the time to listen to what the characters are saying in terms of the story. Maybe I'll take a moment if and when I beat this guy to kind of discuss it. Okay, back to me. It's like a RPG, like a turn-based RPG now, as I spend a moment doing all of this crap. Also, let's take a liquid vim for unlimited stamina.
When he came to face the dragon, he was given a choice too hard, too cruel to make.
Yeah, I'm causing him to get knocked back with the... Oh, there it is. Yay. Not bad, not bad. So he transforms into a second form, I think? But that's like... I think you have a chance to leave the battle. I can't recall. Let's see.
Still-hearted kinsman, you have my thanks. To destroy is simpler than to create, and harder still is to see aught to fruition, to end it rightly. The infinite chain is yours, Arisen, to grant measure, to give what shape you will. And I, at last, can step beyond its span. My brethren, dearest Aura.
Boo, he disappeared. And a gate opens, yay. So that is not the true end of this DLC. You have to make another run. You have to make yet one more run through the dungeon and defeat this boss again. However, it's a version of this boss where that spirit that you just saw was like a cursed Arisen, basically. Who, well, you know, it's a little too much to get into like the larger story of the Dragon's Dogma lore and stuff, but you know, basically that spirit was much like my own character, an Arisen, what they call an Arisen, a character that confronts the dragon at the very beginning of the game. There's this dragon and he takes your heart, and so you are, you know, your quest is to defeat the dragon and get your heart back, and you know, a bunch of stuff happens beyond that. And every Arisen, once they reach the dragon, is presented with a choice. Save your loved one and let the dragon be, but you'll kind of become like this false hero who everyone thinks killed the dragon, but you didn't. Or actually kill the dragon. As impossible as that may seem, like, you know, because, you know, the dragon is supposed to be this impossible thing, right? So, you know, of course, like, you know, when you're playing the game, you say, fuck yeah, let's kill the dragon, right? And you do, of course, and you beat the game. I've already finished like the main story, and eventually that leads you to understanding the whole reason of the dragon and what lies beyond the dragon and the creation of the entire game world and all of this stuff. It's actually pretty interesting. You ultimately fight God, essentially, and then become God yourself, and then get bored, and then you kill yourself, and that's the end of the game. But this guy here, the ghost that we saw, basically, when he was presented with the dragon, because it's a cyclical story, you know, the dragon visits like the world every, you know, so often, and the cycle begins again. Well, that guy was like, well, that choice sucks. I hate that choice. Like, save my loved one, or most likely die against the dragon. So instead, I say, I curse you. Like, I curse this whole wheel, this whole cycle. You guys suck, right? And then the dragon says, fine, you'll be cursed, and you become this, and then he becomes this thing. Damon, I believe he's called. And if you take a real close look, if you look at his chest, if you look at his chest, you can see that there's a face there. There's a nose and a mouth and eyes, right? And that is essentially, like, you can see he's kind of like this demonic, like, half dragon, half human creature. In the second phase or round where you go through this entire DLC, this face becomes like animated and alive, because now that like the human part has left, all that's left is the dragon, the cursed dragon part, which is like you can kind of vaguely see it here. There's the eyes and the nose, and then you have to basically fight this weird torso monster, and that's the true final boss of the DLC, and in a sense the whole game as a whole. And it's a pretty tricky fight if you don't know what you're doing, and if you don't use like some kind of cheesy strategy. I believe that the strategy that I employed just now, making use of blast arrows, it should work just as well against this second form of Damon as well. I'm just looking around trying to see if we can find anything interesting. Nope. Okay, so let's move on to the next area. My guy's moving really slow right now because he's heavy. Okay, so and then this is like the award room where you get some sweet loot for defeating the boss. And yeah, when I played this game on PS3, I pretty much just made runs of this entire dungeon. Like, I would make like a beeline straight to the boss, quickly kill the boss, get my rewards, and then inspect them, and then do it all over again. And I did that multiple times to get the best loot in the game. It was pretty fun getting all the loot and stuff. So circle back to the labyrinth entrance. If you do, you will not be able to immediately return here. Yep. And what do we got here? Anything interesting? No. Oh, there's a little bit more. Where the Arisen. Oh, and he meets his
fancied myself a strong man.
His girlfriend.
Strong enough to protect someone. Strong enough to love someone. I longed to prove it to myself as much as any other. Longed to show that I could give aught back and not simply take. And yet, in that moment, I chose to cast it all away. Though I cursed the world, what was writ true in my soul was an apology to you and our master who fostered a soul within you.
You have not left to prove, my sweet, for I have known your love, and know it still. I have e'er wished nothing more than to share in your world, be it within the endless chain or beyond. Let us find our place together.
And all that's left is the pawn. Is she a pawn? Oh. Ooh. The credits. I wonder if we're gonna get a DMC strike for the credit music, but that's okay. Let's just watch this. And yeah, I've reached the credits, but there definitely is a whole lot more that you can do in this game. Getting the loot, as I said, and I will do that eventually. But I figure now's as good a time as any. I just beat Like a Dragon, and how about we, finish up, at least see the credits for this game. Oh, art design Daigo Ikino, a very accomplished, long-time artist over at Capcom. I believe he's still there, and a number of his concept arts never really made it to the final game. In Dragon's Dogma, you can take a look at some concept art for Dragon's Dogma, where he was drawing all sorts of crazy creatures and stuff like that. There was like this lion man. It's a design that he's used in other Capcom games, I believe. A Capcom fighting game, like this lion man guy, and he looked really cool, like a barbarian lion face guy. And there's some speculation that the future game potentially of Dragon's Dogma 2 might include a beast class, which some people think might be that original concept art. Who knows? It would be nice, it would be cool, but it's all just speculation at this point. And yeah, again, I felt like at some point I'm going to play a new game. I really don't know what it's going to be. It's always kind of like a tough thing to think about what you're going to play after, you know, after having such a good time with Yakuza Like a Dragon. I was like, man, what am I going to play? I actually kind of looked through PlayStation Network, I looked through Steam trying to think of something, and you know, it's just such a hard thing to follow up, really, Yakuza Like a Dragon. So instead of playing a new game right off the bat, I think I'll do more research. But you know, today I was like, let's just fire up this game and and finish this up at least. At least get to the credit scene. I feel like Capcom, when it comes to telling stories, they're kind of okay at it sometimes. I feel like there was that phase in like Resident Evil 1 to 3 where I think everyone was really on board with the story, and then subsequent Resident Evil games, they kind of went off the rails a bit and went a little too crazy over the top, and even Village apparently is quite ridiculous apparently in terms of the story. And of course the Street Fighter games, Street Fighter games, who cares about the story in those games? Like, it's just stupid and ridiculous. And here in Dragon's Dogma, I wouldn't say that the story is particularly strong. I mean, I was almost like half talking through the entire like little important exchange there. It's not that the story is all that strong, but rather I think that the setting and some of the lore, like the greater lore implications, I guess, of the world and the fourth wall breaking kind of nature of some of the stuff that happens at the end of the main story. I think all of that is pretty interesting. Check out Jerry there. She was doing the jitterbug. I think all of that stuff is pretty interesting, but the story isn't super great. And to be honest, with a potential Dragon's Dogma 2 coming out, I'm not really expecting a great story there either. I'm just looking to experience like a fun game that's really cool and an expansion of the things that you could do in this game, and maybe they can kind of pull off all the crazy things that they had wanted to do originally in the concept art and stuff, that they just they weren't able to do because of time and money. Okay, let's chat with this guy.
Sent our host to his grave, have you? Remind me never to cross you. Still, seems these walls aren't about to come crumbling down for want of his presence. Mayhap they've taken root one material plane. 'Tis idle conjecture, and a precious little import either way. If you've the need,
okay.
and the coin, I've the wares.
Okay, he can't improve any of the things that I have on me. What about Jerry? No.
If you've the...
Okay, so actually let me take a quick look here at my equipment. Blah blah blah, press a bunch of buttons. When you defeat Damon, did something, I thought that maybe a piece of equipment gets Dragon Forge, but I'm not really sure. Was it this? I kind of missed it. Okay. Is there something to interact with here? No. Oh, new? No, no XP gain for that. Now let's talk to this lady. And we have some stuff to do here. She can identify some stuff for us.
Freshly awakened from some long dream. Yet I heard clear each word exchanged between you and the one who possessed me. I remember them still. That woman. She too was named Ulra. Perhaps it was that chance bond that led her spirit to me. And through me she called to you.
I totally... I'm kind of getting a little lost here, but that's okay.
My own will seems a guttering candle to your sun.
Who cares?
I shall remain here a while, I think.
Is she Arisen, or is she a pawn? I guess if she was a pawn, we would have known. But what's this? Okay, we can take that. The Heart of Darkness. Defeat Damon's awakened form. Hellfire Cloak. I call upon you, Wanderer of the Abyss. I call upon you, lost and witless human. You may topple the labyrinth's lord, but that will not reveal the way to the light. You must see through the lies and open the path of blood that leads to me. Now that's a mission objective from Damon, it seems, to beat him, which is kind of funny, but nevertheless, we'll accept it. We have to, as I said, you do another run through the dungeon and defeat him.
I must believe my claiming this body, my calling. Pray permit me.
Okay, so now we can hold on. Let's do a save. And we can actually have her identify those cursed items and see if they're any good. Now, there's a method that you can use to like kind of save scum and see if you can get like the best items available. Let's do a quick rest. I'm feeling lazy, so I'm not going to do that. Oh, my Arisen has returned. 2 people have used my Arisen. Cool. Arturo and Darth U. So we're gonna get some XP. Oh, we got some. So she went and helped 2 other players, and we have some. She's gotten some experience for doing all that, so that's cool. And we get some rift crystals. It's been a while since I played the game, so nice. Got a fairly good chunk of RC. But as I said, I'm feeling a little lazy, so I'm not going to do the whole safe scumming thing. We're just gonna roll the dice. Oh, we're gonna roll the dice, get all this stuff identified, and what we get is what we get. Let's just do everything here. Well, we got 6 of these. Got 10 of these. That's a lot. Okay, so let's see what we get. And yeah, who cares? We get what we get, and we'll just stick with it. Throw caution to the wind. Antique panoply. Okay, this ceremonial armor can't be equipped, so you just sell this. Okay, fine. Light pickaxe. More lightweight than conventional pickaxes. That's really dumb. Lordly tonic, sure. Liquid effluvium. Jewel of Antilight, rancid bait meat. You use that to bait out the monsters. Tonic, hard spud. So this is all the 10 like generic things. Vivifying incense has been purified. An aromatic stick with a soothing scent. Use it to completely recover the health of the entire party. Sure. Okay. Magic tomes, magic scrolls. Priceless artifact. Okay. So now we're getting into the items. Virtuoso ring. Preceptor ring. Staff of Enchanter's band. Okay. So this is a ring that'll enhance the following weapon skills. That's for a mage or whatever, a sorcerer. Dragon's Risen, an arch staff in the shape of dual dragons. Okay. Pattern Gambison. Votary's Robe. Adept's Robe. And Grave Greaves. One of the 13 fabled Bitterblack armaments befouled by devilry. Increases maximum item carrying capacity. Well, that's pretty decent. Multiple instances of high-quality armor may share a common name, yet have other unique properties. View details to see a piece's particular attributes. Okay. Sure. Grave Greaves. So, okay. Magic Archer, Mystic Knight, and Mage, Sorcerer. So a lot of these items I could give to my pawn when my pawn goes into the mage class, but nothing too great in terms of my own stuff. Sure. And oops. So yeah. Oh wait, hold on. What's this? What? What? I had more stuff? I missed some things. All right, let's do that. Virtuoso ring, a bunch of crappy virtuoso rings. Oh my god. And hollow dragon. Wow, all wizard related stuff. So yeah, what you can do there is basically just you do what I just did now and take a look at all of the cursed items, and you save before doing that, and if you don't like any of those, what you do is back out, reload your save, change your pawn from their class to a different class, and then try it again, and you might get some different stuff. And you do that 3 times according to the different primary archetypes for the classes: a spellcaster, a ranger, or a physical up close guy. You do that 3 times, and then you sort of assess, like, okay, the second time I did it, I had the best items, and then you basically just reload your save and then go for this. Go for the ones that you took the second time you save scummed. Something along those lines. I'm not explaining it super great, but that's fine. There's many guides about how to do that well. So I didn't get super great items other than those greaves. Let's take a look at them right now. Was it here? Let's see. I think it was clothing. Oh, she actually has it. Or we can talk to this guy. Stored items. Withdraw. I think it was right here. Yep. Oh, he can't even wear them. Whatever then. Yeah, so I probably should have did the whole save scumming thing. Excuse me, but I'm just feeling a little lazy, and I think that's gonna do it for me in terms of playing this game in the next little while. I basically took a long extended break, playing like other games, including Yakuza Like a Dragon, and then once I did that, I came back to this and I beat it. But again, as I said, just because I saw the credits, I still wouldn't consider this whole ordeal with Bitterblack Isle finished. There's still a whole lot more to do, but I think it's safe to say that I put in a decent amount of time in this game, and we'll come back to it another time to do all of that stuff, which essentially amounts to a lot of grinding for loot for the best gear in the game, which it's just not necessary to do in terms of like I feel like I've seen the bulk of the story for this game, and now I'm gonna have to spend the next little while trying to think about what I'm going to play next. What could it be? Who knows? But for now, I think that's going to do it for me. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll catch you next time. Jump for joy. Whee! Alright, see you later. I might come back later and play another game, but that's it for now. See ya.